Hey everybody, Scott here for the Digital Guitar Playground, the Helix channel. What do you call this thing? TCG system. Today, it's a Freeset Friday. Freeset Friday for the Helix. I got a request from Mark a few weeks ago, and I actually shot the video for it, but it got erased when I had to take my iPad in for whatever. And he asked me if I could recreate the sound of a Boss CE-2 chorus pedal. And I said, I think I can do one better. What I'll do is I've created a 2 snapshot preset, clean and clean lead. And it's still a clean sound, but it's got a little bit of hair on it. It's just, nice and fat. Pushing the expression forward will increase the amount of modulation. So I'm using a pair of different modulators, the classic chorus, and my negative positive pitch shifter trick on the with the pitch shifters. But the pitch shifters are in different positions. Why bother? Let's just go and explain it. Okay, here we are at the Helix. Now, let's see what's going on with this sucker. We have a gate, the usual gate, no big whoop. Now, the overdrive is just on for the clean lead. It's the kinky boost. Blah, blah, blah. Now, this 2 snapshots, clean and clean lead. On the clean, now the split is even, and we're going down, split into 2 paths, well, 2.5. Because I want some different sounds as far as the amps are concerned. And instead of just using the Jazz Rivet, which is a fine amp, but it is a little bit too squeaky clean. I want to give it some, not necessarily some grit really, but some personality. So I'm using the Interstate Z, and it is set accordingly, or thusly I should say. And then, some things change when you press the expression forward, and that is the volume, because as you increase the amount of modulation, you actually lose a little bit of volume. So I'm compensating for that. And then, with the, when you press the other one, you get a little bit more of the drive when you go to the other snapshot. So the amp settings on the Jazz Rivet, like that, and a pair of my IRs set differently on the top path, which is the Jazz Rivet, which is a lot cleaner than the bottom path, a lot more pristine, I should say. It has the low cut set to 150 to remove bottom end, and then increase top end, and then down below for the other one, we are actually having more bottom end until we hit the clean lead. Then we remove a little bit because it was getting a little bit too bassy for the leads for me. And then the modulation, I skipped over the simple pitch on the top in front of the amp, and then down below it's after the amp, but it is on its own separate little path, avoiding going into the 70s chorus. So it's just on top of it, or along with it. It's parallel. So the 70s chorus, and then when I press the expression forward, it's basically on 0 when it's all the way back, and then when I push it forward, it goes up to 50%, and then 3.0 chorus rate. Some things happen with the reverb. The reverbs are the same on both paths, and they start down there, and then they change with the when you press the lead. You get more decay and more mix. The same thing happens with going from the clean to clean lead for the compressor as well. And I like compressors at the end of the path, especially for clean sounds. Now the 70s chorus on the bottom does the exact same stuff. It goes up to 50%, blah blah blah. And then we have -6 goes down to -9, and then at 50%, and then on the top one, I believe it's +6. Yeah, +6 to +9. So we're getting, and you could, if you ran this out in stereo, I'm recording this in mono because I need to be able to hear myself as I record. So sadly, I have to record in mono and then copy and paste it to another track in Audacity. And the whole thing. Anyway, would you like to hear it? There you have it, everybody. A fun Freeset Friday for all you. I don't want to say fellas because, and the ladies. For everyone. This is for everybody. Drop me a line if you would like the CE-2 preset, the Freeset. It includes my my own custom IR, which I did the Pepsi challenge on that thing against a ton of IRs the other day, just because it had been a long time since I had compared them. And I wanted to see if I was, if my ears were just, being influenced by it being the fact that it was my custom IR, as opposed to, the stuff I had used and really loved, like the Own Hammer, the 3 Sigma, the Live Ready Sound, and the Celestian. For me, for the way I want to sound, it just does everything, and it's, it's great. And you can have it for free. Just drop me a line. I'll send that and the preset to you over the weekend once I've gotten all the requests in by, say, Sunday. And then you'll all get it at the same time. Sweet. I also wanted to go back to my classic view video thing. I don't want to sit up close to my desk anymore with that big round light in my face. I am using the ring light thing in front of my the new iPad. So some of this is newfangled for me, but I still have the Zoom H4 right there. So, I got to go back to the hassle of of taking that audio, putting it in my laptop, processing it in Audacity, uploading it to iTunes, and then downloading it to the iPad. So, it's more work, but, tis what it is. Maybe down the road I'll try, microphones and, audio interfaces again at some point. But right now they don't work with the iPad. Or at least the one I didn't. Very sad about it. Anyway, no cancer update today because I feel pretty good. All's well. I try not to touch myself because then I find new lumps. Just don't do it. Well, anyway, I will see you on Monday, hopefully. I have to have an asterisk by I will see you next, whatever day it is, because I never know how I'm going to feel on that day. And today I feel pretty good. So I have a lot of energy. I I haven't been sweating a lot. I get hot flashes and I get all sweaty and it's gross. But there is a link in the description below. You can donate to my cancer fund if you would like. If you value what I do and you like my bullshit, give me a few bucks. If you don't, that's cool too. I will see you on Monday. You try that again in English. I'll see you on Monday. And until then, rock on.